All right, just going to take a look at various markets and what's going on in them. First market to mention is Bitcoin, and because it's coming up as in the last 30 days, a lot has happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About last 12 days, it's made a pretty big change of behavior. I mean, look over here. All right, look at this. It's already rallied. It's broken out above 1, 2 highs. It rejected going any lower. There's climactic action over here in this bar. How do I know? It's the biggest volume in 48 days. 48 red days. Had no follow through, and instead reversed on the upside on the biggest bar in 26 days, and had follow through on the upside with a breakout, which means the attempt to go down, this breakout attempt, failed. It's total failure. So that's how you can tell when a lot of times the breakouts fail or the breakdowns fail and reverses with a rally, the trend's changed. So this right here is indicating that the trend has changed and it's up, and you have the breakout right here. See where it says BO? It's breakout above this high and that high. That's why it says breakout. And that, in terms of, what is this? You had some volume activity here, and basically it's a breakout. Okay, so now there's going to be a pullback, and I think the pullback is going to offer the entry opportunity. As far as I'm concerned, this was the preliminary accumulation right here, which is where I warned you guys that something's going on. I don't remember where, but prior video, because something was off, right? Because this volume here was 1.5 times average up volume, and I detected that. 1.5 times average up volume, and then it dip 1, dip 2. This is 0.8 times average down volume, and this is 0.8 times average down volume. So basically, the dips were not being sold, and the breakdown attempt here is telling me that we're back in an uptrend because it failed. We got reversed right here, went up. All right, so what do you do now? Basically, just wait for the pullback, and you'll see the volume and the selling dry up and offer you the entry opportunity. Right? This area is very strong, and this area is also strong because you see these bars that are going sideways. They're absorbing the supply against this resistance. This resistance, when price rallied to it, they tried to sell in this down bar, but they couldn't, and it was absorbed, and then broke out. So very likely it's going to test this area, and we'll see what's going on there when it tests to see if demand comes in there. All right. Besides that, this wave is the biggest up wave in 11 bars, 11 waves, 11 up waves, the biggest in 11 up waves, with the most volume in 11 up waves. The ratio, what the hell? Okay, it's 1.7 times average up wave distance and 2.3 times average up wave volume. You can see based off of these ratios here that right there is 2.3 times average up volume. That's not trivial. The trend's changed. So all the tariff, and the buying was going on here. All right. So now we want to wait for the pullback and see how it holds the pullback. Okay, and that's about it. Right here, it's encountering some selling pressure, but that selling pressure is going to set up the pullback. How do I know? It's right here. I can see it. Where this is the selling. Biggest in this on the hourly, it's showing that biggest in 22 down waves and biggest in 11 down bars, down wave. So up here against this high, there is some selling. We'll see if they absorb to take it higher or it pulls back, starting the pullback process. Here's what I'm looking for. All right, so that's the situation in Bitcoin. If we take a look at its tape, right here, right at that high, there was expansion in volume, but not expansion in price. Take a look at that print. What do you notice about that print? That print is the biggest print on this chart, right up here. That 4 is the biggest print in the whole leg, this whole daily move. That print is the biggest at 96,000. You see any other print that's bigger? I don't. So this is exactly what happens. When price goes up and has no follow through, that's distribution. Where is it on the bar and wave chart? I'll show you. Is right in this block. See that? See how it goes up and then ding, 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 ding. That's the buildup of that distribution that this chart is exposing. That right there is that right there. And you know what happened after that? Crack. After that volume, that's selling, crack, this low. And then when it came back up here into that same distribution area, look at this red bar, crack. With weak buying volume, 50% of average up volume, and this I think 50%. So this sets up the case for this thing to move down, and because it's at a top of a wave, so the rotation on the daily, I'm looking for it to turn down, because as you can see, price went up here, heaviest volume on the entire leg of the wave, on the, of this whole wave. That's the heaviest volume, selling high, followed by a crack, followed by a low volume test here, right? And then by this secondary test. So with this ease of movement to the downside here and here. That really sets up the case for the reversal, right? But remember, this reversal is on hourly is bearish, but it's very bullish. It's setting up the bull pullback on the daily, all right? That's the situation. That's the real situation in Bitcoin. So I'm looking for that reversal to happen now. And I just need this damn thing to just give me one ease of movement down, right? And that will help confirm the downtrend, because it means that here's what we know for sure: supply was encountered here. No way you can tell me, or that there's no prediction here. That right there is telling me supply was encountered. All right. So now two outcomes remain. Will that supply be absorbed to break out higher, or will it fail to absorb and the trend will change to a downtrend, going lower? That's the situation. All right, that's all I got for Bitcoin. So let's see if they absorb to go higher or crack. Lower time frames already cracking right here. This is the hourly, that's the daily. Hourly is already cracking. Test 1, crack, and see it go lower. Then where is it going to go? And I'll show you how this thing turned as well. All right. I'll show you how it turned. When price did this spring or this false breakout below this low to 74,635, when it did that, there was a big buying wave right here. So as price tried to break, because you know what they do, they buy weakness, right? They sell strength, buy weakness. That's how smart money operates. So in this weakness to a new low of this trend on the daily, they came in on the hourly and bought it. That's the indication. This wave is the biggest wave in 41 up waves. 41 up waves. All right? Something's up. So the distance is 2.13 times average up wave distance, and the volume is more than 2 times. It's 2.1 times average up volume. 2.1 times is 210% in this wave. So it's buying activity from the lows. After that, there's this test here of the low, and then bang, right over here, trend change. With a breakout over 1, 2, 3 highs. Where is it? It's where it says breakout. With BO. Look at the size of this bar. Look at the size of this bar. And the rally on the biggest up wave in 49 up waves with the biggest volume in over 49 up over 49 up waves. Biggest price volume in 49 up waves. So on this low, initial buying activity, hit it, test, retest, low volume test, bang, right there. Trend change, 1, 2, 3, breakout to the upside, has some follow through, and then pulls back on low volume, low volume, low volume. These are springboards. This is springboard right here. Low volume, lesser than average volume, lesser than average volume. Sun dries up, price is in an uptrend. This is your LPS. You see that any one of these could be LPS, but obviously this one's best because it pulled back deep, you know, at or below the 50% mark. All right, so this area right here, and rally. This is your springboard. Actually, one may say this is the springboard as well, right here. This is also the LVP, where it says LVP, low volume pullback. That's also your springboard, but you get both of them my last point of support or springboards. Right? So that's how Bitcoin turned. Very, very important for you to understand how these turns occur and what to look for. At this point, I know what to look for, but you know, that's why I'm teaching this. So you can see it. Right? All right, we are done. That's the review on Bitcoin and the situation in Bitcoin, the real situation, price volume situation in Bitcoin. Take care. Bye.